Okay, I am just setting up. Just one moment while I type in chat. Sorry, my screen is shaking while I type. Better I type this now. Sorry, it's because I have my tablet on a stand. It's shaking as I type. I think I'm gonna have to move closer to type this. Hold on, guys. Gosh, I am a slow typer. Oh gosh, let's hope that even makes sense. Where is... Alright, Scorpio, new moon. I'm trying to get my chat screen up to see if I can see it. Right. Oh, Tanya, hey. Sorry, as usual, I'm setting up. I'm just getting my card decks ready because I literally had to have a hot cocoa. And I was just, and I don't know, it probably didn't do me good having the bath first, because then I was like, ooh, I'm feeling all nice and relaxed and cozy. Like I could literally just curl up in my bed now. So, yeah. Right, so let's get this card deck set out. Yeah, I've intuitively chosen 3 card decks that I'm going to work with today. So, let's have a look. Okay. Right. Hello, everybody. So, joined with my little feature cat here as well, just because if you know me, I absolutely love cats. Okay, I'm obsessed with them. So, today is the new moon in Scorpio. Okay, it is technically though just going into Sagittarius, but we are going to talk about the new moon, Scorpio energy, so a bit of astrology. We've got oracle cards. Obviously I'll always probably find a way to talk about numerology as well, but this is to help you all, to lift you up, like empower you and just bring some goodness into your life and let you know that, guess what, you're not crazy at the moment. Like, you're not losing your mind. We are literally just in the Scorpio season, coming to the end of it. So yeah, there's a lot going on with it. That's all I can say, guys. So if any of you know anything about Scorpio energy, it's deep, it's intense, okay? That may explain why I'll use myself as the example, but the last couple of months, oh, by the way, hello everybody in chat. Hi everyone. Oh yes, I can see YouTube has let me get some more people on my live, because I do think YouTube was restricting me, so YouTube, thank you. But yeah, so okay, I have to, like, I get distracted easily with my mind, so let me go back to it. Scorpio, the last couple of weeks. Whew, November has been an intense month, that's all I can say. It's seriously intense, okay? There's just been a lot going on. If you haven't seen it already on my channel, I did a video for for November, and all about the energy, everything that's going on, because I feel like that's super important. And yeah, we're in the midst of a Mercury retrograde. We're in this Scorpio season, which is deep. Like, Scorpio is that sign in the zodiac which is literally, it's so deep and it's dark, but it's also really, really emotional. So I don't know about anybody else, but if you've been feeling, especially the last couple of weeks, the last week, today, yesterday, if you've been feeling super emotional, guys, this is why, because of this Scorpio energy. You may feel as though things are coming up in your energy field, in your mind, with emotions that are coming up to be addressed at this time. Those emotions are actually really important, that, you know, you acknowledge them, you feel them, and you find a way to just, you know, let them out. Because guys, there's just so much coming up to the surface. Like, I've taken to writing and just journaling because it's my way of letting things out. Okay, I can see quite a lot in chat. So hi everybody. Lola would like a shout out. Okay, Lola, hey, I'll give you a shout out. I take it you're new on my channel. I mean, I hope you find today's live interesting. Maybe it'll be stuff that interests you. I hope it will. But yeah, so I've taken to writing, okay, because I feel like with writing, it's a way to just express, you know, let things out. And also it's a way of actually addressing the emotions and feelings come up. So I personally have like 3 Scorpio placements, I think. And honestly, oh guys, the emotions have been getting me so, they've really been getting me down this last couple of weeks. It's been really, really intense. That's all I can say with that. And yeah, if you like reading, obviously I have my Substack where I write. I also do newsletters on there as well. So for those of you that want like a little bit of a slower pace, and also in true Scorpio style, I have been, what's the word? I've been acknowledging my feelings and emotions, and I've been finding that way to channel them out. And for me, that's writing. So on my blog on Substack, which is linked on my YouTube channel, that's where I express a lot. And you'll see maybe another side of me, because when I'm on here and I'm sharing content or help or guidance, yeah, I'm in a different vibration. But when I write, that actually allows me to acknowledge things that I'm going through, things that I'm feeling. And I just feel like that's perfectly entwined with the Scorpio energy. I can see quite a lot of highs in chat. So yes, Isla, someone has commented on there, they wanted a shout out too. I mean, if guys, if that helps, if that makes you feel good, I'll shout you out. Hey. That just made me laugh. At least there's a little entertainment going on in the chat to make me chuckle, you know, shifting up the energy just a little bit. So yeah, I'm curious if anyone else, and just as well, guys, if you are watching this back, if you watch the live back, then of course drop in the comments of the video and you can let me know how this Scorpio energy has been feeling for you. I will say though, someone has said the cat is looking through your soul. Yeah, the cat is guarding me and making sure, you know, it's all good energy on here. My cat is watching out from above. I love artwork like that. It was something different. So, you know, guys. But yeah, transformation. So pay particular attention, okay, at this time. If anything's been revealed to you at this new moon or around this time, I've personally noticed in my own life, like things are coming up. Because Scorpio is about transformations. It's about revelations. And it's also to do with your finances. So, you know, you might feel, because Scorpio is about things in the dark coming to the light, like being exposed. It's really good for going deep and like investigating into stuff. And I have to say, I'm always one of those, like, if I want to find something out, you're going to bet I'm going to dig and find out. Like, it doesn't actually take much for me. It sounds really crazy, but it's true. Or the same way, if I don't find it out, the universe actually has ways of delivering it and showing it to me. I know that's happened in the past, like with relationships, and as an example, it's like the universe will keep giving you a sign after a sign, then eventually it will give you such a big freaking sign that it's like, whoa, hold on, you could have spared me the trauma. Maybe I should have listened at sign 1, not sign 5 or 10 down the line. But yeah, I've had some real like unbelievable discoveries over the years. I will save those probably for a book because they might be a bit X-rated for me to announce on YouTube. But yeah, things always do come to the light. Like, they have a way of coming out into the world, into your awareness. So if there is anything at this particular time at a new moon, like maybe you've been having thoughts on, or, you know, just pay attention to what comes up in your life, in your circle, with your friends and your family, in your relationships, in your partnerships, because I can guarantee there will be something that's like comes to your consciousness and you'll be like, even if it's in the dream world, you know. Intuition is heightened this month, especially under this water energy of the Scorpio. So pay attention to your dreams. You might get things coming up in your dreams that are like, you know, really deep, and just things that really reveal. So keep a note of those, like pay attention. With new moons, of course, too, it's new beginnings. So great time if you want to focus on setting your intentions. I always love to write by hand, you know, write down what it is you're wanting to bring in, but feel it, believe it. If you can dream it, it can happen. You know, that's why kids are so powerful. I think it was Phoenix, we had a conversation. I don't think Phoenix is on the live right now. Phoenix said, and it was something about, yeah, kids being in that kind of magical, kind of even like fairy-like energy. And like, you know, they wish and they make their dreams come true because in their mind, of course it can. And that's when it comes to manifesting, you have to believe that. And also don't limit yourself. So if you think that's what you can get, like, don't limit yourself. Believe that there is something like better and more incredible for you, because, you know, the universe is always working for you and with you. So if you are visioning, let's say, a relationship, just imagine you're going to get 10 times better than what you can ever imagine. Okay, that's what I'm telling myself in my mindset. You know, whether it's a new home you want, whether it's a new car, whether it's that new job, just believe that it's going to be like, oh my God, the best thing possible for you. And when you get into that energy of believing and feeling, and it just uplifts you, things will start changing for you. Because if you believe you can have it, of course you can. If you believe you're never going to have money, or you're always going to be poor, or I don't know, unhappy, you're never going to find love, then it's going to be harder for you to ever believe or experience anything else for you. Now, I also want to say about connecting to the element of water. Obviously, just before the live, I had like a meditation, I had my bath, because Scorpio is a water sign. So it's actually most beneficial to try and have some time and energy in the water element too. If you have a bath or a shower, or you go swimming, or maybe you live near like a lake or a river, something like that. But embracing some of that water energy is really powerful, especially if you're like me and you get like emotionally overwhelmed, or you have a lot of emotions, you know, running through with you as well. So yeah, let me just have a drink, guys. Okay. So with that, I also want to say about embracing yourself and your gifts. That is definitely something through doing some like shadow work and healing this month, which of course is a theme with the Scorpio energy too, is it's like I'm actually learning to really just embrace myself for me. And guess what? Yeah, we all have like a positive and a negative side, or hey, guess what? I'm allowed to feel emotions, maybe like anger, maybe frustration, and that doesn't make me any less of a person. I'm allowed to, how can I say, have struggle mentally. I'm allowed to struggle physically, emotionally, spiritually. That doesn't take away from my gifts or me. That is a part of me. And I think it's about embracing ourselves more like that. Like, it doesn't make you any less than, okay? And yeah, it's really a time to like empower and uplift. And we all have gifts, okay? We all have things that we're good at in life. Maybe special gifts. Maybe it's just the gift of listening, being an amazing friend. Maybe it's being an amazing mother or father, teacher, cook, you know, singer, writer. we all have our gifts, and it's about leaning into that and like, what are you actually called to do, and are you doing that? Like, are you on that right path? Do you feel in alignment? You know, do you feel like you're doing what you want to be doing, or do you just feel like you're working for a paycheck or doing what society thinks you should be doing? You know, there's so many different ways to look at that. So that's what I can say with that, guys. Who's that in chat? Naomi. Oh, hey. Oh, you're driving. Okay. Well, I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, and at least you get to listen, even if maybe you can't see or type in the chat. At least we know that you're here. That's great to have you here on the live with me. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I was just going off on my whole, this is the thing, I make notes, guys. You probably know this with me already. I make my notes and then I end up going off on like a whole topic of conversation. But I heard something the other day and it stuck with me. It's like, guess what? Don't worry if you didn't say what you had planned to say or show what you had planned to show. Trust that what you do say and show is what was most needed at that time, because that's what was shown. So there's no point dwelling on anything that wasn't acknowledged, said, or, you know, you have to trust in yourself and have that faith. And that's also definitely been another thing. Now I'm going to switch up to numbers a little bit. So the last like week or so, I've been having like 7777 like in my inbox like all the time. You know, every time I delete a few emails or whatever, that number keeps like powering out. And obviously 7 is connected to this crown chakra energy, and it's about trust, it's about having faith. And I keep feeling like the universe trying to give me that, like, just have faith, you know, just trust in the process, have faith. But yeah, maybe I'm not having as much faith as I should. So yeah, where was I going with this now? Right, because it's a very intense energy as well. Yeah. It's also about overcoming fears. Now, I did speak about this on my blog, I think, but you know, Scorpio is connected, and this whole season, to death as well. Now, that has been something that's personally been disturbing me just a touch. That's an understatement. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to say an obsession, which is also very Scorpio trait. I get like very obsessed by certain things quite easily. And it's about owning that, you know, like, I'm not perfect. So I'm in that energy of just owning what is. And yeah, death's really been one that's been really playing on my mind, to be quite honest, and causing me like a lot of sadness and worry. And I wrote about it. I let some of that off my chest, and I wrote. And I actually had people reach out, and they related with it. And I was like, whoa, I'm not alone with this. And it dug me this season into like delving a little bit more into it, hearing other people's perspectives on it, reading books on it. And it is very eye-opening. And I feel like when you're in your flow energy and you're doing, you're being and creating, that fills you with more joy. But when you're not, and you're kind of stuck in that paralysis and that fear, that can really take you to that place. But sometimes you have to have that alone time and quietness within to really connect with, like, emotionally, hey, what's going on? And I am deep and I'm emotional, and I'm owning that. You know, it makes me laugh because I look back in my life and I'm often told, you know, over the years, I remember hearing it, yeah, you're too much, or you're too this. And I used to take it as like such an insult, like, how dare it, like, but actually now I'm actually really proud to wear that and own that, because I'm like, yeah, I am too much for most people, because guess what, you guys aren't enough, or, you know, people aren't deep enough, they're not on my wavelength. So, you know, or like previous relationships, you'd have people that, yeah, think you're too much and you're asking too much of them because they're, quite frankly, not enough. So it's about like acknowledging that. And I'm going to say too, I've touched on it, right? I touched on the financial things with the Scorpio energy, but I'm also going to touch on like actually just making peace with your emotions and what you're feeling. And some of those traits, like the obsessive sides, that possessive or jealous kind of energy, because that Scorpio energy can bring out some of those feelings. So, you know, if you know, Scorpios, they go along and but when they snap and when they bite, that's when they, oh gosh, Excuse me, sorry. Sneezing there. Sorry about that, guys. I hate doing that, especially when you're live. It's like, oh god. But yeah, just try and make peace with that. And if you know that there's certain people or situations that are gonna like trigger you or bring out that snappy side, you know, maybe it can be best trying to like, I don't want to say avoid, but like just be really mindful of like where you put your energy, because there are times where I can be mindful of it, and there are other times where like it's natural, you can just get drawn in, like other people's negativity and vibes can just like bring you down, and then you end up in exchanges with them, but actually it's because you're operating on a higher vibrational energy, and then somehow they suck you in because they see that and they're like envious or they don't like it, and then they end up drawing and pulling from your energy, and then that can leave you like completely depleted. So yeah, be mindful of that. And also I want to say, because it's the new moon and moving forwards, and then 2026 is about new beginnings and new starts as well, it is also a big focus, I would say, and can have quite a transformative effect, especially around I don't like to use the term dropping, but I'm going to say like releasing a bit as well. You know, like maybe emotional baggage that we can or we all have, but you know, carrying around, because you've got to think, if you're setting intentions or looking at what you want to bring in, or new starts or new beginnings, especially for the year ahead, if there's certain emotional things that are still weighing down on you, it's about being able to like release or work through some of that and do some healing on that, because otherwise you can actually block yourself from all those things you want to bring in. And that goes for like relationships too. You know, when people get into relationships, if they haven't done their own inner work or their own healing, they're carrying like pain, trauma, emotions, baggage and things, and that can be like a really unhealthy dynamic then, and then you end up collecting more along the way, and it's like, whoa, when you ever going to empty the rucksack? You know, I think we could all probably benefit from doing a little bit of that, because eventually it'll just weigh you down and block you. And if you are someone that's struggling to like, I don't know, like manifest or bring things into your life, they could be definitely things to look at, okay? And facing your fears. Facing fears is such a Scorpio thing. You got to literally like look, with me, like looking death right in the eye. I've been reading on it, I've been acknowledging the feelings, and then it kind of hit me, and I meditated, and it was like, you need to go back to mediumship, because I felt like that's actually going to most help me. Like I always used to be so scared of all the, believe it or not, all the spiritual, the supernatural, the mystical. I went through a phase that like in my life for many years, always been so scared of it, running from it. And then I embrace it, but I still have certain, I don't know, fears of stuff. And I thought, yeah, I need to go back to that, because what better way to confront death than working with that energy of it, and building your faith and your trust in the unseen. I mean, that's a huge thing. So that was a revelation moment for me. So yeah, it's like just turning that corner, doing that work, because then once you do that, it's like you can move up and through things, and you know, new doors open, new opportunities, new experiences, and that's life, isn't it? It's growth. No one wants to be stagnant. Like no one wants to be doing or being that same kind of person for like 20 years. You know, and you know, like sometimes I think the universe does this, especially in retrograde periods. I don't know if anyone's like experienced this, whether it might be their ex popping up, or an old co-worker, or you know, someone from your past or something from your past, and then you look back and you think, God, like how much growth have you done? And you can see that person just still vibrating at that same frequency they have been for the past God knows how long. And it's just like, yeah, it just, you know, like when we talk about vibrational matches and things, it's like tuning into a radio station, you know, if that frequency or channel's up there and another one, they're just not going to, and that's kind of like evolution, isn't it? Life, growth, which are all definitely themes. Let's read. Tanya's wrote, yeah, I get that as well, as people that surround you can make you second guess your own beliefs. Yes, I get it all the time. Like you guys will see it with me. I don't have family supporting me. Their family don't come on my lives, or do you know what I mean? Like, and often it can be that the ones people think should be close to support you, they won't. And often sometimes it's the people you don't know that can be your biggest supporters, or certain friends, or people you have other connections with, but it's often not the ones that are closest always to you that will be your biggest fan or supporter. I'm just saying. It's definitely food for thought. I think I'm gonna have to blow my candle out in a minute because it's making me really nasally, like I'm really sensitive to the smell of it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. The smell's getting to me, guys, so I'm just gonna blow this candle out. I won't be a sec. Whew. It's beautiful, but as you can see, it's orange too. But yeah, for me, and like, hold on. Whew. Some people like love a scented candle, like I do, but not when it's going right to the back of my nose and down my throat. No thanks. And it's making me sniffle like I've got an allergy. Okay, I'm just finishing my hot cocoa, but it's cold now. So yeah, does anyone have any questions at all? On the themes, the topics, even anything we've been speaking about? Let me know in chat. Ooh, oh my god, that's so strong now. I've blown it out. Okay, then I'm also going to do some mini readings. So again, what I feel drawn to, what I have energy for. If you would like one, please leave your name in chat. If you would like just like a general message, if there's a particular area in your life or question you have, you can drop that down. I'll just tune into what I get. Again, I channel those for people's highest good from the highest good. I always say that. What comes up, obviously, because it's a live platform, there's only certain things I can say on live, because obviously, like, not everyone might want things known on live. So I try and keep them appropriate for the live. It's a mini one, so it's usually one card. I'm working with cards tonight, probably, as opposed to numbers. Sometimes I do numerology. Sometimes I use a combination of everything. And yeah, of course, these are mini. So if you do want a more in-depth reading, you can reach out to me. We can arrange that. These are free. So of course, these are just my way of giving a little bit of more love and being of service in the world. So let me read chat. Tanya has written, but people should just leave you to do you if they don't have that faith or belief, rather than judge you for your own thoughts and feelings and think about why they're too busy hating on your beliefs or not. Yes, figuring out why they're hating, if you know what I mean. Yes, exactly, Tanya. Yeah, and it's not even like, even if it's people don't share the same beliefs, you could do anything, but certain people just never want to see or are never truly supportive or happy. Whereas me, I'm like, I'll always support people as much as I can. And support doesn't, it could just mean like liking their stuff or recommending you, or I don't know, like, do you know what I mean? There's so many ways you can support people or showing an interest in something, but so many people just don't. So many people are so haterish. So focus on yourself instead of hating on others. Right, let's write your name. Tanya. Oh, sorry if I'm talking weird, guys. Just the smell in the room is so much. But it's so cold outside now. If I open the window, right, okay. Tanya, I can see the card deck straight away that's standing out for you. It's the Keepers of Light Oracle deck. It's purple, of course. So we're going to just tune into Tanya for a minute. See what's coming up for Tanya. Right, so I'm just making notes of what I'm just tuning into. Some of it may make sense, it may not now. Might be stuff that comes up. Okay. Let's get a card. I'm just gonna shuffle. Oh. Oh, I'm loving that message. Oh my god, this is such a beautiful message that's come out for you, Tanya. Okay, so I'll just share you some of the notes I was just quickly writing. So for you, Tanya, I was actually seeing flowers, like a flower arrangement. I don't know if you've received flowers or you've got some kind of flower arrangement. If you haven't, maybe those flowers are coming, or maybe you need to bring some flowers in. I feel like deja vu, like maybe I've said this to you before, but that was the first thing I picked up on was flowers. And then I wrote down a time capsule. So for me, a time capsule is like, you know, when you make a capsule of something in time from now, and then you can either look back on it later or in the future. I feel like for some reason that's coming up. And then I wrote down Netherland. I don't know what Neverland is from. I don't know if that's a Disney thing or something. And then I wrote down like a Peter Pan, so I'm not sure if that has like some type of meaning. Then I was just getting the name Josie. Or Josie, something like that, Josie, how I wrote it anyway, Josie, if that's of any relevance. Then Tanya, I feel like I've said this before, but when I just channel, I just let my mind go blank and I just write down what comes in. That's another tip too, is don't think, just allow it to flow in. Because even the random stuff will have some meaning somewhere for something. Then I got a Greek god again. So I'm not sure if this was like your spirit guide from before, but I do see like an older man of significance, maybe a Greek man. Not sure if it's in spirit or if this is like someone in your day-to-day life or that may come up, but this man may be of significance. And I feel like either, you know, the Greek cuisine even, I'm going to say, or a trip or something relating with Greece is coming through very strongly for you. Then you got this beautiful card and message. Okay, now this card is called Charity. Okay, I actually love this, and this is about prayer and contemplation. So it's about connecting with the spirit world, and asking and you shall receive. Like, this card is acknowledging that you have a good heart and that you always put others first, which I know is definitely a trait of yours. Like, you're always putting other people first. But if you know you have decisions to be made, especially at this time, Spirit really wants you to tune in, to meditate and ask, you know, so to ask for that help and that guidance, and remembering, like, just breathe and you will receive. That's a really strong message that's coming up with this at the moment for you. And that you're going to get really strong surges of your intuition at the moment as well. So you need to pay attention to those. Okay, so don't be ignoring any nudges, and things will show up in your body too. So if you're not listening to your intuition, you'll start getting feelings in your body, or, you know, feelings of things being off. So you have got to pay real attention for that. But your whole spirit team, angels, guides, all of that, they're all working with you. You know, they want to thank you, they want to support you, and they're helping you move forward, you know, like in a positive direction. Oh my god, right. So Tanya's wrote, so crazy, the Josie thing, I think it's to do with leash. Okay, that's her daughter. Okay, and she kept mentioning she wants a tattoo of a Greek god. Wait, what? Guys, so now you see, when something sounds crazy and you're thinking not to say it because it makes no logical sense, psychically it's tuning in, because she's just confirmed. That's why I love it when people do confirm things, because you don't sound like a crazy idiot. That she wants a tattoo of a Greek god. What? Okay, so one of you are channeling that then, for sure. Okay, let her get the tattoo though. If she's drawn to get it, I will say let her get the tattoo. And then we have someone called K Kumar has said, hi, any lottery chances? You got 723 in your username, so I would use those numbers 7, 2 and 3, or 7 and 23. And if we add them up and look at that for you, that's 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you want to put 12 and a 3 on there as well. You're already channeling your own numbers there. Just got to say it. I'm just mirroring you back your numbers. So Tanya's right. I will send you the pic she sent me this morning. Oh my God, please do. That's crazy. Well, Tanya, yeah, that's so interesting to pick up on that. But yeah, so this was your message of charity, okay? Then I'm just going to get you one more card from the moon deck. I've also just been drawn to the moon deck, okay? And anyone else, if they would like a reading, drop your name in comments. Right, let's just go to this moon deck randomly because this one's calling me for you. So I feel like there is another message. That still got me baffled. Wow, how crazy is that? Just gotta have some water, guys. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Right, for Tanya's highest vibrational good, what message does she most need at this time? Straight away. The answers you need are coming, okay, Tanya? The answers you need are coming. This is a full moon in Gemini. The Gemini sign. Let's just show you what you're working with here. The answers you need are coming, okay? I feel like you also need to have a very important conversation. That's been highlighted, but you've been reminded just to stay cool, calm and collected, but there is a conversation you need to have. Right, a full moon in Gemini is emotional, but it is the communicative sign, okay? It's what Gemini is about. It's easy to say too much sometimes, so mind how you go. It can also indicate social events. And also studying. It's a good omen for any study that you're doing or considering to do. Now, in your case with this, I'm seeing it as because with the Gemini there's two sides and there's two faces, okay, as you guys can see in there. One has their eyes shut and is not acknowledging. I feel like there's one side of you that's not acknowledging something here. So if we look at this woman here, it's don't want to acknowledge. Then there's the other side that does want to acknowledge, and it's you're split in the middle. So I do feel like you need to express. There's something that you need to express and speak up and speak out about. Otherwise, it's kind of going against your intuition and your inner knowing if you don't address it and communicate things. You may know what this means. Maybe you don't right now. Maybe it'll come up. Let me just look into this card. Okay, yeah. So because it's with communication, even if you're not sure maybe what this could be at the moment, because of it being the message, the answers you need are coming, maybe in a couple of conversations or through starting some form of communication, the messages maybe you're seeking will come through to you, okay? And I'm also getting the name Claire with this. I don't know if you know a Claire, or it could be to do with a Claire. Okay, I feel like that could actually be a bit of a topic of the conversation, or someone that's kind of maybe something to do with this conversation that maybe needs to be had. And then really randomly, I'm hearing the word barrister and then a high courts. So maybe something legal coming up, or might be to do with that as well. Okay, hope that resonates. If not, it may be something that comes in a little bit further down the line for you, okay, Tanya? Right, let me just read on chat. Tanya has wrote, yes, she's studying. Yes, I do know you're studying. That was just also one of the messages with that card, so I just wanted to say it. She put, yeah, ignoring my studies and assignments, but I really want to do it. Okay. So yeah, just maybe like reigniting and finding a little bit of that kind of, you know, motivation maybe. But it can be hard, especially I just feel like in every day when we're called in so many different directions. Okay, she's gonna send me, yeah, a personal message. Yeah, that's fine, Tanya. Just cleanse that now. Sending you good vibes. Okay. Yeah, and even if you watch this back and you missed it for the live, I can still pull a card for you. I also had some amazing goddess cards too, but couldn't show those on YouTube or the live because obviously it's goddess energy, which is like women in their natural form, but of course that wouldn't be appropriate on YouTube. So I had to resist the urge because they're such a beautiful card deck and I was really drawn to them. So yeah, you're so welcome, Tanya. Okay, I'm just shuffling this deck. So I'm gonna cleanse. If there is no one else on here that wants a card reading, what I'm gonna do, I know it can be a little nerve-wracking actually, like reading for people. I'm just gonna pull some collective messages for us at this time. So for whoever is watching or watching this back, collective messages, I would say take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There is one poking out, so okay, I think these are appropriate to show. Okay, we have another one, right. So there are 3 cards that have just straight away come out. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have this card here. This card is called Meeting Angels. So to me, this is about, obviously we've been discussing it anyway in the live, but about taking that time out to really meditate, you know. Don't be afraid to sit with yourself and just be, okay? Because when you're with yourself and your own energy, that's when you will have the most kind of like growth, inner transformations, spiritual enlightenment and development. You do have to have time alone to really go within. And I feel like this message, it's a 19-1 card, you know, a bit of karmic completion in there too, but it's also, the 19 is also can be about like being disconnected from source. So disconnected from that. So the 1 is rebalance and reground your root chakra. Naomi, I just saw your name. So once I read these, I will come to you, okay? Yeah, really connecting back to the earth, to the ground, and creating that balance and grounding within yourself that then does allow you to connect with the universe, to connect with your spirit team, and opening new doorways. I always say, like, the answers we seek are actually often within us. They are within. We just have to quiet the mind and the world, which is so freaking overstimulating, to be able to go inwards. And that's what this card is all about. It's also showing to me divine protection as well. So remembering like you are protected, you are loved, and taking time, simple things, like instead of having your evening so busy, sit with your candles on and just watch your candles, you know, read some books, meditate. And you may actually then end up really surprised by the messages and things that come through. So that was the first card. Then we have, I'm just going to hold the card like this, just so, you know, YouTube doesn't tell me off. This card is number 6, okay, and this is about chakra balancing. So this to me straight away is healing, okay? Chakras are the energy points within the body, and this is a call to do some healing, to align yourself, to ground yourself. And if you've got a particular area in your body that's causing you pain or discomfort, that chakra will need a little bit of healing. You can do that through color work, through meditation, through just addressing the emotions behind things, okay? But that is a call to heal. And then we had number 15. This card is called Kuan Yin. This one is actually, I'm feeling this is about being more compassionate. So being more compassionate to ourselves and to others and to the world, and also embodying like, you know, more self-love as well and self-respect for ourselves, because that is ultimately what's going to help you most on your journey. So hold those there. Okay, so hope those messages resonate. So Naomi, okay, we're going to come to Naomi next. So I'm going to go to my moon deck for you, Naomi. I know Naomi is driving, so I know she may not be able to respond in chat, but I know she is listening. Okay. So it's always weird when you're talking to a screen. But after watching a lot of people do big talks live with a huge audience, I think I might take a blank screen and looking at myself and talking to that rather than, you know, loads of people, because then you got everyone's reactions and it's very hard to focus. It's easier for me to focus with less distractions. So, Naomi, I'm talking of focus and distractions, so I'm hoping, like, you know, whilst you're driving now, like, don't be getting too distracted. So, I'm going to be using the Moonology Oracle deck for you. I was just drawn to go moon card for you, okay? So, let me just write some notes. Okay, just notes, so before I pull a card for you, I feel, Naomi, for you, I feel like the word just came to me as like a pivotal point. So I feel like you may be at or approaching like a pivotal point in life at the moment, okay? I feel there are two paths that are being presented to you. Oh, she's almost done driving. Okay, there are two paths that, yeah, I feel for you, okay? And those two paths, I feel, represent two directions in life you could go. Now, I feel that you may take, I'm going to literally say it in driving terms because I know you're driving, but you may take that left turn, which left could be seen as almost going back to relearn something, relive something, maybe learn a certain lesson that maybe just, you know, that's what your soul's calling you to do. So if your soul's calling you to do that and you feel at the moment like that might be that opportunity for you, then I would say, yeah, if you're called to go back, you know, obviously it makes more sense of paths to keep moving in a forward direction, but sometimes in life we may have to go back to complete a lesson or to relive or to relearn something for our soul's growth. I feel that could be a theme coming up for you. And then I was also just getting the names coming through, like a Terry or a Terrence, and then a John. So I'm not sure if they could be connected around maybe that situation, or maybe they're unrelated. And then I'm like, I just keep hearing it in my mind, cherry. And I don't know if this is like a cherry blossom, like a tree thing, or cherry, but it's coming with some significance, or even like a lip thing. I don't know if you put like a lip thing on, or a cherry lip balm or something with your lips. Yeah, I don't know why I'm like been drawn to talk about your lips. So random. Or if there's like a red patch, or is there something with your lips at the moment that maybe is causing you a little concern or something? I don't know. And then I'm just seeing again loads of fruit. So maybe you have a lot of fruit in your life, in your diet. If you don't, I think you're being called to. I just see a lot of fruit, a lot of different colours around. For you, let's see. Squirrels. I'm seeing squirrels too. Squirrels I also feel are symbolic of Oh gosh, look, she's just wrote, her lips are so dry and chapped. Okay, thank you for sharing that on live. No shade. Yeah, that's totally fine. I could feel there was something with your lips. So thank you for confirming that. I'm not just a freak talking about her lips. Okay, guys. Okay, yeah, maybe you need use something to moisturize those and hydrating your body. And the squirrel for me is symbolic as well. It's like squirrels go out, they get what they need and they keep preserves. So a little bit of that energy too, of like getting what you need, kind of stocking up and storing. There's the word I'm looking for, but it's not coming to my mind right now. Is it preserving stuff? Oh wait, hold on. Naomi just said shut up. She goes, I've been seeing black squirrels running across the road and one even disappeared. Whoa, oh my god. Guys, that's crazy. Black squirrels. I've never seen a black squirrel. Here's one is look up the spirit animal of a squirrel, because I'm pretty sure squirrels are connected. There's a message with that, because I've said it, you've seen it, but they are. I think the squirrel energy is about, so like maybe, stock up on things that you can or you can afford to do. 2 black ones and 4 regular ones in the past 4 days. Okay, you definitely need to look up the spirit animal guide of squirrels. But for me, I'm feeling like it's a you only see them more at certain times of year. It's like a preserve. I feel like, yeah, maybe you need to stock up on some supplies. Like, I don't know in your country, like, if it's prone to, like, power cuts or shortages with stuff, but the squirrel is definitely calling you to kind of get prepared. So I think you're getting a forewarning of something that may be to come. It's really weird as I'm talking, my lips have gone dry now. Yeah, so definitely look into that a little bit deeper, because I feel like there's a reason it's come up in your consciousness, and then I'm just confirming that for you. Yeah. Okay. Let's get your card. So we've been talking there. Right. A message for Naomi's highest vibrational good. What's gonna come out? Let's have a look. What message does she most need to hear right now? Ooh, this is a special one. This is the gibbous. Is that even the word gibbous moon? I'm feeling like an idiot now if I can't pronounce this. So this is a gibbous moon. Oh, I want to find this one. I've not seen this one actually come out in this deck before. How random is that? Right, let's show you guys this card. So you are very close to achieving your goal. This is the gibbous moon. You can see it here. Okay. It's not an ending card, and it's not like a yes or a no, but you're just being reminded that there's still some adjustments that might be required before you can get what you want. But you are on the right track, it's saying, it's confirming, and it's a reassurance for you. If things feel tense, don't push too hard though. That's what I'm going to say with this card. Just let it kind of gradually, because you are really close, but you know what I mean? You don't want to push too much and then it all ends or blows up. There is a fuse attached to the situation, okay? So they just want you to be mindful and be careful if you choose to literally light things up. Ooh, that sounds like it's got more than one meaning. But good confirmation you're on the right track. Review your plans. This is the perfect time for it. As we were saying, it's that time of year to really review. So then next year you can kind of move forward into that energy of everything you do want. Stay focused. If you need to start any new projects, this is also a good time. And just getting back into like good, healthy habits as well. That's going to be really beneficial for you. So also just to give you guys context, like the gibbous moon, that's when it comes, the gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. And it does look really bright, like it is almost as full as a full moon, but it's not quite there. So with that said, it is a ripe time. Like it's, you know what I mean? Things are almost coming to literally a head with stuff. So it's good. It is full with a lot of energy and momentum for you, but just be mindful with some of that. But yeah, you're really close to achieving your goal. Then I'm going to get you one from the other deck. And this is the deck that's calling out to me as well. This is, oh gosh, my clairvoyant oracle deck. Okay, so I'm going to just go with this one because it was just looking at me like I feel like there's another message in here for you. Okay, let's ask for Naomi's highest vibrational. Good. Let's have a look. Ooh, my God. Okay, I'm just like making that noise because this actually sounds really creepy. Like, not sounds creepy. That sounds totally wrong. Just based on like what I said to you at the beginning, this is literally just a confirmation. Remember when I said I saw a path, like the paths for you that were appearing? I don't know if you can see this card. It's called number 23 and it's opportunity. So again, that 5 energy is all about change, like freedom and experiences. And see, this is actually an uphill one, but it's a man and a woman. So I feel like there be some like relationship rekindling. You know, is there someone in your life that you're choosing to take the path with? Because this is what the card is showing me. And obviously right at the top of the card you've got here is like this house, this destination. It actually looks pretty darn magical. To be honest, I'd love to live up there right on top of the mountains. But what it's showing me is it's a really steep path. Like it's not just an easy walk in the park. So this is connected to an opportunity or a relationship. It's not going to be something that's naturally really easy and smooth. It is going to require a bit of stamina, a bit of effort and a bit of work, and maybe tying into what I said to you in the beginning about some of the lessons part. But yeah, this extended message of this is excellent opportunity has come or is about to come into your life. Your angels and spirit guides encourage you to welcome this opportunity with open arms. So if you've recently recognized an opportunity in your life, but have not yet embraced it, you're being urged now to discover why. So don't do anything rash though. Like it's advising against a rash decision, which kind of I feel like was that last card was also saying that as well. And it's a reminder too, like your life is an experience. You're here to experience things while you're here on earth. And experiment. You know, that's what the 5 energy is about too. It's about your 5 senses. You know, you're here to feel, smell, see, touch. You're here to have all those human experiences too. It's not always about getting it right, but it is about making the most of your experiences and your opportunities while you have those. So, you know, balancing those needs. Do your homework, it's saying, and listen to your heart and gut and kind of balance those up. And yeah, it's giving a heads up to an opportunity that presents itself and that you're going to benefit from it in some way. So, you know, if this is resonating, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And maybe you feel some excitement brewing too around this. It is very interesting. And I think it's showing as well with this that like it could be anyone. You could just meet someone randomly now getting out of your car. Maybe they just might end up being really useful or important to you. Maybe they might just turn into a great friend. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many opportunities that could present with this for you. And the more willing you are to create your opportunities, literally like the more you're going to get from it. So I do personally feel like, yeah, it could be friendship, but because I've seen that man and that woman, I do feel like it's somehow like, you know, romantically connected here, but that it could present other opportunities as well too, Naomi. So yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense for you in some way. So you had this one, the very close to achieving your goal card. And then you had this one, the opportunities card. So I'll just give give a moment for that message just to sink in. Okay, I can see Alicia in chat. Hey, how are you, Alicia? I was just hearing something about your tattoo of a Greek god. Okay, and if there is anyone else on the live, if you would like your own mini reading, please leave your name in comments. And if there's a particular question you have, or an area of guidance, or if you just want general, let me know in comments. I will try and come to everyone who does ask me. Yeah, Alicia, I'm good. Just, you know, getting in the zone. Okay, Alicia, while I'm talking about you, do you want a card message? And does anybody else, before I start talking away? You have my attention now if you do. It's just... Oh, this is just my sound bell as well, guys. Because you guys know me, I will just talk forever. When I'm passionate, I've always got a lot to say. Okay. Alicia said yes, please. Right, let's see. Let's go moon deck for you, Alicia. Any particular question that you have? Or are you just open to whatever is for your highest good? Alicia. Okay, Alicia, I'm randomly just like writing about trainers as well for you. I'm writing Air Max, so random. Are you like in the process of getting new trainers, or are you wanting new ones? That's so random. Alicia, I feel like you're gonna win something as well. I've just randomly wrote down like a goodie bag. I feel like, have you just got a goodie bag, or maybe you're actually gonna get some kind of goodie bag? I do feel like you've got a bit of luck on your side. So if you go somewhere and they're giving away freebies or something, I feel like you need to be straight in there, first in there for that. Or you might win in a competition or something. So like, you know, if you're drawn to enter something or do something, to me, I'm getting like a good vibe energy that you need to do it, because you're going to come away with some type of competition or goodie bag. Even something random, like, you know, when people call up on the radio and then they like have a chance of winning like £10,000. It's something crazy like that. But actually this energy is supporting you to do something crazy like that. Or if, you know, you're in town and suddenly the shopping centre is giving away. I'm just being called to tell you that. She also wrote, yeah, I want new ones. Okay. Okay, right. Let's see what message is going to come up for you. Let's have a look. I'm just shuffling. I feel like these are shuffling for quite a while for you. Well, what message do we need to give Alicia right now for her highest good? Right, okay. This is a nice one, actually. You've got the new moon in Capricorn. And this message is actually all about your hard work paying off. Okay, so this is a really positive one for you. You can see here. Let's hold that up. So you've got, I hope you can read it, by the way, on your screen. So new moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. So I feel like you have been putting in a lot of effort, a lot of energy to things at the moment. Don't be disheartened or give up or feel like you maybe haven't had that breakthrough yet, because it is paying off. Things are coming to you. So make a proper plan, like execute things well. You know, if you really want things, and that ties into that new moon energy as well, it's like get specific about the things that you do want in your life. Remember, like, you're the creator of your life, not your circumstances, not your family. You know, you are here to create your life. And on that note, I feel like you need a trip or a break of some description or some kind. You need a bit of, I feel like you need some space for you and to connect in your own energy. Yeah, the hard work part as well, like with this, is also coming through, that like that's what's literally going to make your dreams reality. And just being a little more disciplined as well, potentially, in reaching those goals, and avoid anyone that is potentially controlling. Or you don't give me a controlling streak energy though. I feel like if there is anyone around you that's too controlling, you need to avoid them. You know, Capricorn is all about ambition, building, hard work. That's the Capricorn energy that's coming through. That runs through a lot of December as well. So I feel like that's coming through for you. So now I'm going to encourage you, because it is the new moon, to literally write a list of like your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, like your intentions, everything that you want to bring forward in your life. And I feel like it is as simple as it sounds, but actually writing those out in your own handwriting, that's going to be most powerful for you. And just a reminder to keep putting in that hard work. Like, you don't ever think you can't have certain things or a certain lifestyle. You can, you just have to put the work in to get it. But it's paying off for you. Do you know what I mean? So don't be disheartened. Like, things are going to come through. It's going to pay off and it's going to work well. So I hope that one makes sense. Let me catch up. I can see laughing emojis. Yeah, Alicia's wrote, she'll take her chances. And she wrote, that's true, to be honest. And another laughing face, 100%. So I'm going to take that as, yeah, I feel like that's resonated for you. Well, I hope it has. Just a little, you know, upliftment, positive upliftment for you. Sure, thank you. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Thanks for joining on to the live. Right, I'm just going to double check chat again, just see if I've missed anything. I probably... If there is one more person that does want a mini reading, just let me know in comments. This is your final warning. Because then I will be wrapping up this live then, okay? And yeah, sorry I couldn't do the live. I think it was it the full moon or something just been? I feel like I did miss a lot. Oh, it was the bonfire one, yeah, because it was way too noisy. And I just thought, you guys are just going to literally think I'm in a war zone hearing all these fireworks. So I was like, I'm not going to compete to talk over that. And then obviously, like I said, this last month, energy-wise, has just been so intense. It's been a lot for me. So, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm still showing up for you guys. And yeah, I love doing it. So I will try and do more. But I also like to know sometimes as well, like, how I can help and be of service to others. So sometimes it's like, yes, there are things I want to talk about and share and do, but then it's also like, how can I best help people? So I'm trying to balance that. So I'm always open to, like, you know, if anyone has like any requests or topics they want to discuss or want me to talk about or share knowledge on, you know, I'm always open for that as well. Tanya said her other half is asleep, so he can't have one. So that is the universe saying he was not meant to have one. Yeah, it's you got yours, so that's the main thing that matters anyway. So okay, I can't see, I'm just gonna load my chat because sometimes it can take a little delay coming through. But yeah, if there was anybody else, speak now or forever hold your peace. No, if you do want one, you literally got like 20 seconds to let me know. Otherwise, my energy is gonna come down while I'm in the zone. You know what it's like once you're in the flow zone, and then you kind of know yourself intuitively when your energy's up and you've had enough. You know, it's like being in the gym. You can probably do so much training and then you're like, oh my god, I'm actually getting tired now. You're so welcome. Thank you for like joining as usual. I actually love being able to connect with everyone on lives. That's one thing I do love with my lives. Like, as much as sometimes I do really want to like reach more people and help more people, but I actually do love when like it's more intimate too, because then I feel like I can focus my energies more and give more to the people that are here, if that makes sense. And also I think the more I do my lives and come on, then I can of course connect with more people, so it's good. And like I say, if you're not following my blog, you can follow my writing page, that's linked. You can also email me if you do also have questions or things maybe you don't want to say on a live. They're all private and confidential. You can do that too. Okay, guys, I'm just going to pull one more card. I feel like this is just collective. So this, I didn't even realize I did this. I just picked up this deck of cards and started shuffling. So there is a message that wants to come out. So anyone who is watching, I feel like this could be relevant for you, okay? Let's have a look. Right, for the highest good, what's going to come out? Oh, you can't even see me shuffling. Yeah, because normally I like the camera to show like all my cards and my layout, but today I figured like y'all can just look at me instead. Okay, let's have a look. Ah! Oh my gosh! Ooh, this card is interesting. Oh my god, I don't think I've seen this one ever come out in this deck. Look at this. This is called Rada, if I've even said that right. Soul Flame. Ooh, look at this goddess energy. Wow. Okay, so rediscover a lost part of yourself and experience relationship harmony and healing. So again, this is to do with relationships, healing, love, also connecting to parts of ourselves, because we can definitely lose parts of ourselves. Like, life can be so brutal, it can take us away from ourselves, especially like pains, traumas, it can really take us away. This is about a loving union, a connection, relationship harmony are all keys in this time. So it's important to remember though that relationships won't make you whole. Only your love can do that. Your own love, sorry. Yeah, it ties in with that whole theme of self-love and actually like, you know, codependency and like not having sorry, I just booted my, oh my god, I've booted my thing over. Sorry guys, this is so awkward now on live. I'm like, what the hell's happening? Oh my gosh, stay still. What, who is pushing this over? Is there a spirit in here that's doing this? What the actual hell? Guys, okay, it's been fine the whole time. Now please tell me why something just is pushing over my iPad stand. Like, oh my god. This is so awkwardly weird. Like, what is the universe trying to tell me right now? Because that is creeping me out. Like, that was just knocking itself over. I know my foot touched it, but it didn't need to keep doing that. I feel like there's a message with that as usual. My deep self isn't just gonna let that go as me being clumsy. I'm a bit shook up from that. Someone, I feel like that energy, someone does want to talk, and it's weird because we're talking about like relationships, love and self-love. Okay, so the more I'm just gonna try and go back to this message and then we can come back to that freak experience. What the hell? I hope you guys are laughing at me because I have to laugh at myself with this. So this was about connecting to ourselves and, oh my god, Tanya, wait, what? Do you know what? It's so glad I don't take myself too seriously. Tanya put, maybe aimed at you, listen, lol. Do you know what? It's probably true. Like, this is hitting me in the face, literally, like, listen. Yeah, reclaiming those parts. It's about self-love, connecting to ourselves, because ultimately, the level of love we have for ourselves, which I'm great at talking about, but need to implement more, reflects the caliber of relationships we allow for ourselves in our lives. So increased, love for self obviously is going to bring through better relationships, better romance, more love and more opportunities to express divine harmony through love. And anyway, this goddess is coming through to reconnect that energy with us. So I'm gonna take that as a message. And like, yeah, next month too, actually, I'm also having a personal month of 6. So that is also the number of love, healing, family, relationships, responsibilities. So maybe that will be a heightened theme for me next month. And I do think, like, I always struggled with this. Like, I literally used to think, well, how the hell do we love ourselves? Like, and it's always so much easier for me to give to others and love others and care for others more than myself. But actually, it can be simple things like, do you know what? If you need a day in bed, have a day in bed. If you want to eat crap, eat crap. Like, okay, well, that's maybe not self-love. But, do you know, it's like honouring yourself and your needs and, like, being gentle on yourself. And I've noticed about myself, I have a really harsh inner voice and inner critic. And it's so judgmental and so harsh. And actually, I'm so used to and programmed to it because I guess it's been like that my whole life. But actually it's like, I wouldn't talk to a friend like that. I wouldn't talk to I wouldn't be so hard on them. So why am I so hard on me? And it's like I hold myself to these standards and these expectations that are actually so draining and hard. And I think that does tie into an aspect of self-love and actually being more loving and kind towards myself. And as this card and message says, by doing that, then we open more love in the relationships we have and we receive, because someone can only love you as much as you love your darn self. That's real interesting. Yeah, Tanya put I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. Noted. That's so weird because the stand is on 3 bits on the floor, and it just kept tilting over. I don't know. Maybe it's telling me I've had enough airtime, stop talking. But I'm just going to pull another card anyway because they're in my hand and I'm doing this nervous thing. So let me do it. Let me pull. Okay. Look at this. Hilarion. Green. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. This also, to me, green is the area of the heart, okay? So when this shows up, this one is all about heart healing, mending a broken heart, healing a broken heart, that green chakra, the green flow of energy. Imagine bandaging up your heart with all the pain and just allowing it to re-heal. Because also, I always say this to people too, is when you need to recharge and allow yourself to heal, if you're really tired or fatigued or ill and you need to rest, you need to do that so your body can recharge itself back up again. Because then when your light is filled up, you can then help and support others. If your cup is depleted and you're running on 0, you're not going to have as much energy to give to others. And also honoring sensitivity, that is definitely a lesson I've had to learn and that I'm embracing. And instead of seeing my sensitivity as this awful thing, I'm actually just no, it's part of me. It's part of me, it's part of who I am. It is one of my gifts as much as it's one of my challenges. I always, things are always double-edged like that, But my sensitivity allows me not only to be so in tune with myself, but also with others too, and to know and to feel, what's going on for them, what they need, what they don't. Because ultimately, if you're not a really sensitive person, you're not going to be so good at helping others, And for some people, maybe they just don't need to be that sensitive in this lifetime, So that was interesting that card came out to you guys. So if that resonates with you, if you're feeling a little bit of that heart chakra healing energy, I know I am, because I've been having this awful left shoulder pain too. So I do feel and that's connected to the heart area. So I definitely know my heart still needs healing. Oh my god, I'm wearing green as well. This is dark green if anyone can't see. I like the colour green. I feel like it's nature, it's calming, it's connecting us back, that heart-centered approach, and definitely embodying and tuning into more of that. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this evening. I hope it's been helpful in some way or another. I hope you have a wonderful new moon evening. I haven't really focused too much tonight on the magic harnessing the energy. I just felt like it needs to be more about the emotional side, to be honest. And working through that will then allow you to be open to bringing things in. And that'll tie into 2026, which I will talk about more. So keep notifications turned on for my page, then you'll get notified if I do release a video or if I write something, then you'll get notified of that. That's the best way to stay in touch. And then we'll figure out next month. I know it's harder next month because a lot of people celebrate Christmas and whatnot. I personally don't really. So have an amazing evening and rest of the month. I know it's still intense, and don't forget we're still in this Mercury retrograde, so delays or miscommunications, it is ultimately calling us back to have some more patience. Something I clearly lack. I'm a bit impatient at times, but I'm trying to work on that. So yes, anyway, I'm giving thanks to being able to connect with everyone, for technology actually allowing me to connect with you all, for all my wonderful card decks, and for all you wonderful people I've connected with. And thank you for trusting me to read for you and connect with you. I'm so blessed and grateful for all of you. So yeah, have an amazing new moon. Sending you all lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Okay guys, have a great evening. Bye.